This is Kim Hui coming to you live from Southern California. And I know that we have a lot of people so early in the morning.
I remember that I was waiting for the bus one morning and it was in the rain and it was muddy and freezing cold outside and I had no shoes. And this lady saw me standing there and she had me come in the house and she washed my feet, dried them, and then she took her daughter's Easter shoes and cut the straps off the top of it and put those on my feet, and that's how I went to school. So for me, there's no better joy than seeing kids excited because they've got something, got a meal, they've got water to drink, a place to go to school. That brings me a tremendous amount of joy because I know what it's like to be a child without anything. And so when you see children really excited about it, I think that's what it's all about.
I am so excited to be able to feed children around the world and to have the amazing opportunity to partner with Global Village, be able to work with Nobel Peace Prize nominee Yank Barry and boxing icon Muhammad Ali. This is an amazing opportunity that allows us to work with so many great people, and what better cause than to feed children around the world.
I think all these blessings that we are realizing today are because there's a whole lot more we need to do. My daddy used to say, when you leave the earth, you'll be accountable for two things. How did you treat Mother Earth, and how did you treat the people on earth? And that's what we'll be accountable for.
Nobel Prize-winning research uncovers a fundamental cause of aging. The answer cannot be seen by the human eye and is something called a telomere. Telomeres are made of repetitive DNA sequences that become the protective caps or ends of our chromosomes. Their duty is to protect our DNA. When we are born, our telomeres are long, but as time goes on, they begin to shorten. So short, in fact, that our telomeres fray, similar to the end of a shoelace, and our journey called cellular aging begins. When telomeres become too short, our cells can no longer carry out their critical functions. Cells start to self-destruct and eventually die. Scientists call this apoptosis. Cells dying is one thing, but when cells simply stop functioning, they can spew out dangerous free radicals and inflammatory molecules that essentially damage the nearby cells. So, how do we battle this process we call cellular aging? A nutrient has been shown to naturally enhance the enzyme needed to lengthen short telomeres, thereby adding healthy life to our cells. Thousands of studies show the connection between short telomeres and the natural process of cellular aging. What's more fascinating is that this is the only substance known that can perform this in the history of all mankind. Prepare for the future. Cellular aging ends here. Youth enhancement technology exclusive to jeunesse.
Well, I'm Carol Greider, and I'm a professor here at Johns Hopkins University, and I got the call this morning from Stockholm that I won the Nobel Prize. And I won it for the discovery of telomerase, which was a discovery that was made about 25 years ago now. The discovery was for understanding how chromosomes maintain their ends. It turns out that every time a cell divides, the chromosome gets shorter and shorter and shorter from the ends. And the ends are called telomeres. It's the end part of the chromosome. And so that gets shorter every time a cell divides. And what we were curious about was how it was that a cell can go on dividing if the telomeres are getting shorter. And in trying to understand that, we discovered an enzyme called telomerase, which actually adds sequences back onto the chromosome end. So instead of getting shorter, they then become longer.
Today, Carol Greider becomes the 33rd person associated with Johns Hopkins to win a Nobel Prize.
We consider this a tribute to the whole telomere field because the discovery of telomerase was a very important discovery at the time, but it's really the subsequent implications of what that has to do with disease that really makes this day possible. So I consider myself very fortunate to have had the opportunity to really play and be able to do science and just follow what was the most interesting thing to do, the next experiment. And I've really just been having fun keeping up with everything that's going on in the telomere field. It's been great to have this freedom to pursue this curiosity-driven science because that's what I like to do. I like to follow the next most interesting thing that is there rather than having a particular grand plan, and that's what's been really exciting.
Is a member of the Nobel family, famous of course for the Nobel Peace Prize. He's co-founder and chairman for the Nobel Charitable Trust and an award-winning scientist.
I'm very concerned, as are many other scientists are, because elevated levels of radioactive contamination has been detected throughout Japan, and which is almost even worse is that also in Hawaii and in the western United States, particularly in the water and milk sources.
Introducing a revolutionary new product called Propectin by Jeunesse Global.
The Propectin can reduce the amount of cesium-137 and besides other harmful heavy metals in the body. And considering the radiation danger that I and other scientists believe exists, every child, woman should consume this.
Propectin is natural and pure and made from concentrated pharmaceutical-grade apple pectin.
You can only use limited parts of the apple, so it needs 250 kilos of apples to produce 1 kilo of Propectin. Many of the others, so-called apple pectins, they take the whole apple and they become like apple powder. This is laboratory or pharmaceutical grade.
Here's how Propectin works.
Apple pectin has a cell wall comprised of 3 pectic polysaccharides. So it acts like a filter in the body. They have a propensity called chelation. And what it means is that simply it binds with poisons in your body, like for example heavy metals, cesium-137, and then it eliminates it through natural processes.
Because of the effectiveness Propectin provides with its 6-step patented process, Dr. Nobel has chosen Propectin to be the only product he has endorsed in his entire career.
I haven't endorsed any product before this one, and for obvious reasons I think that pectin, this is a very, very good thing for humanity, for people. People need this product. In fact, we have just gotten patents for the process, and getting a patent, it shows that we have a unique product, and that is very, very valuable.
Dr. Nobel sees the role of propectin as playing an important part in helping people all over the world achieve better health.
Propectin's role would simply be to help people to become more healthy. And that's what it does.
Time. To the human body, time is a critical factor that is simply unavoidable. Is it then possible that there's an answer we could use to at least slow down the aging process? There is.
The cell can be compared to a fine Swiss watch with intricate gears working perfectly. Inside each one of the cells in our body is the nucleus, and inside the nucleus are the chromosomes, which are made up of DNA. At the end of the edge of each one of the chromosomes is a tiny little cap, similar to the end of a shoelace.
This is known as a telomere. A telomere is a key section of the chromosome that allows the cell to make copies of itself.
And as the cell divides, that little cap gets shorter and shorter with each division until the cells stop dividing and stop functioning.
When AM/PM is taken daily, it's like the same process of tuning the body's very intricate fine Swiss watch. The result? A healthier, much younger, this is a topic that looking literally affects everyone. But what if there was a revolutionary solution? The answer? Stem cells.
Stem cells are basically our fountain of youth. This is what maintains our body's reparative, regenerative abilities. As we age, every cell breaks down and needs to be replaced, and what replaces it is the stem cells.
By using stem cells, a company has developed a special growth factor complex that heals our cells and slows down the appearance of the aging process. The process begins with the search for the best stem cells in the human body. The stem cells are found within the body's fat layer. By using a sterile and specialized syringe, doctors extract a mixture of fatty tissue and a group of healthy stem cells. Laboratory technicians then separate the stem and fat cells by using a centrifuge system. From here, the stem cells are placed in a petri dish and given food they need to grow. As the cells grow, they multiply quickly, filling in any gaps or holes. This is very similar to how the body heals wounds. During this phase, the stem cells release a chemical signal, or what is called a growth factor. Growth factors are the cell's language. This is how thousands of cells communicate, enabling each other to do one vital function: repair and regenerate tissue in the body. Growth factors are the critical ingredient used in a revolutionary youth-enhancing system developed by a global leader in this technology. The company is Jeunesse. The state-of-the-art product is Luminesce.
Stem cell technology is very important to medicine and to the cosmetic industry because it's allowing us to deliver to the body exactly the same growth factors, the same signals that it needs to repair and regenerate the tissues.
When Luminesce is applied to your skin, it's like the same process that the stem cells go through in the petri dish. Growth factors in the Luminesce products talk to your body's cells. The result? A healthier, much younger, better-looking you.